Hi everybody, it's me, LisaT, coming at you with some positive energy, doing a evening lights out with Lisa, reading The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie. So we are reading October 2nd. Oh, yesterday was so good. Be who you are. October 2nd, coping with families. Families. Oh, families. Yeah. Family is such a, our core family, growing up, family was such a influencer on how we developed our belief systems and our coping mechanism and our survival skills and all these things that, a lot of these things that now we have to work on in our lives today. And, family still comes up. And family, man, we love them, but we don't always like them, right? So let's see. Coping with families, October 2nd. There are many paths to self-care with families. I was just reminded of a moment back like 6 years ago when, I really wanted to people please my family. There was a family function. I had to be there. I couldn't miss out. I had to do that. I always pushed myself to make sure that I was, made them happy and not always taking care of me. So that can be really tricky with families, the self-care piece. And I think that's probably what they're going to talk about. So some people choose to sever connections with family members for a period of time. I know lots of friends that have had to do that. Some people choose to stay connected with family members and learn different behaviors. We have to learn how to be our new self with families. Some disconnect for a time, then return slowly on a different basis as a new person, probably. There is no one or perfect way to deal with members of our family in recovery. It is up to each of us to choose a path that suits us and our needs at each point in time. And our needs change throughout, I'm not the same in the morning as I was, or the same this evening as I was this morning. I'm not the same as I was last week. We're constantly evolving and changing. And so in each moment, my needs are also changing and evolving, and, they go back and forth, and some are there sometimes and some are there not sometimes. So we have to really pay attention to that. And see, that's why it says this, it's up to each of us to choose our path that suits our needs at the point in time. So I have to recognize that I have, it's okay to have a need now that I didn't have, 3 hours ago. The needs, they come and go. So the idea that this is new to us in recovery is that we can choose. The idea that is new is that we can choose, and that was what I was talking about at the beginning of this video. Like in the past, as children, we were stuck. We weren't able to make choices. We weren't able to get out of the situation, set boundaries, stand up for ourselves, set limitations, ask, and really ask for our needs. Our parents were just supposed to supply those needs. So now we can choose. Now we have a choice. We can set the boundaries we need to set with family members. We can choose a path that works for us without guilt and obligation or undue influence from any source, including recovery professionals. So that's really nailing it home. Deep inside of us, we know what is good for us. We know what we need, but we disregard that, because of what we've been through. So it's getting back to knowing in your guts, the knowing in your heart of what works for you and what your needs are and how to get those met. Our goal is to detach in love with family members. Loving detachment. Look that up if you don't know what that is. So loving detachment with family members. Our goal is to be able to take care of ourselves, love ourselves, and live happy lives despite what family members do or don't do. Despite what anybody does or doesn't do. Live a healthy, happy life. We decide what boundaries or decisions are necessary to do this. It's all about you. It's all about you. And we project out what's going on inside. So, when we're not taking care of ourselves, when we're not choosing good for us, we're going to see things are going to come at us that are not good for us. It needs to start from within. Let it begin with me. We despite what them do or don't do. We decide what boundaries or decisions are necessary to do this. It's okay to say no to our families when that is what we want. It's okay to say yes to our families if that feels right. It's okay to call time out, and it's okay to go back as a different person. It's okay to call it time out. It's okay to return as a new evolved person, as a person that has a boundary and has a new need. This is all okay. Here's your prayer for today. God, help me choose the path that is right for me with family. Help me understand that there is no right or wrong in this process. We can't judge things as right or wrong and good and bad. It's just what's happening in the moment. So God, help me choose the path that's right for me with my family. Help me understand that there is no right or wrong in this process, and help me strive for forgiveness and learn to detach with love whenever possible. I understand that this never implies that I have to forfeit self-care and health for the good of the system. Amen. Take care of yourself, know your needs, know what works for you, and follow through. Thanks for watching. Love you all.